Second draft, I cleaned it up until the truth was gone. Turned I hurt you into paragraphs explaining what went wrong. Second draft, every sentence sounded calm and smart, but the better that I wrote it, the less it sounded like my heart. I don't need another version, I know exactly what I did. So delete the explanation, leave the apology as it is. You waited 40 minutes at the place beside the station. I said, can't make it, something came up, no call, no explanation. You replied an hour later, you could have told me yesterday. I read it from the kitchen, then put my phone face down again. Typed, I'm sorry, that was selfish. Simple, honest, hard to send. Then I added, work was crazy, like that changed how long you've been there. Add a reason, move the blame, make it softer, say my name. Every edit made me look better. Every edit made the message worse. The second version had 6 lines, the fifth one had a careful tone. I never meant to disrespect you, I've had problems of my own. Then I wrote, you've done it too, and stared at what that sentence meant. An apology with evidence is just an argument well dressed. I changed wrong to miscommunication, changed my fault to bad timing. Built a wall of perfect grammar so you couldn't see me hiding. By midnight I had 3 clean paragraphs, no excuse I hadn't tried, and nowhere in the polished draft did I just say you were right. Select all, erase, start again. No defense, no but, no reason, just the part I should have sent. Second draft, I deleted every place I tried to run. A long story, no comparison, no list of what you've done. Second draft, 4 short lines were all I needed now. Sorry I left you waiting, I'm sorry I left you waiting. I should have told you sooner, you didn't deserve that. I was wrong. No request to be forgiven, no attempt to call it fixed. I watched the message change to sent and left it like this. The old card touched the reader. Red light, try again. Red light, then someone at the front desk said, visitor signing over here. I came back for the headphones in the bottom desk drawer. Took the route I knew by muscle through the automatic doors. Reached for where my badge had hung, like nothing here had changed. But the gate refused to open, and the screen displayed my name. Access ended. Small red letters, clean and perfectly correct. The woman at reception knew me still. She asked who I had come to get. I wrote my name, the time, the reason. She printed out a plastic tag, then handed me a blue cord with one word, visitor, across the back. Visitor pass, wear it where they see. Yesterday this place knew me. Visitor pass, temporary name, same front door, different way. The 3rd floor desk had all been shifted. Sales was where support had been. Someone moved the coffee machine to the corner by the bins. My old chair was near the window, but a jacket crossed the back. A label on the cabinet had someone else's name attached. No one stole the place I left, no one kept it like a scene. They had Monday morning meetings, they had deadlines without me. Maya found the missing headphones in a box beneath the stairs. Said we kept these just in case, then asked me how things were elsewhere. I said good, still getting used to it. takes time. Then somebody called her from the hallway, and the day went on behind. Visitor pass, I thought it might feel like a loss, seeing someone else beside the window where I used to watch the clock. Visitor pass, but nothing here had done me wrong. The room kept changing after I left, the way a working room moves on. I don't need my name on every doorway. I once knew how to cross, belonging somewhere yesterday doesn't make today get lost. Visitor pass, I wore it out, then gave it back, not pushed away, just passing through a place no longer on my map. The woman at reception cut the cord and took the tag. I put the headphones in my pocket and my old card in my bag. Outside I checked the time, I still had somewhere else to be. The doors closed without waiting, exactly as they should. You said it by the doorway with your coat already on. No hard feelings, right? Like that could make it simple. Like the hard part had been gone. I said, yeah, I get it. Kept my voice as steady as I could. You looked relieved and maybe that was fair. You never promised more than what you gave. I just heard more in everything you said. Now Friday stays wide open and your coffee still in my head. I don't want revenge, I don't want you back, but don't call me untouched just because I'm not no hard feelings, but that doesn't mean no pain. I can't let you leave without pretending. No hard feelings, I don't need to make you wrong, but I gave this more than nothing, so it hurts now that it's gone. I can wish you well and still admit this left a mark. No hard feelings, just a little weight where you were. No blame, no fight, still not fine tonight. No blame, no fight, still not fine tonight. You like keeping things uncomplicated, I kept waiting for a sign. You thought we were just taking it slowly, I thought slowly meant in time. Neither one of us was lying, we just named the same thing differently. You called it easy, I called it almost. Now I know what almost means. I won't turn you into someone cruel to make the ending easier to take, but I won't erase the hours or act like caring was a mistake. No hard feelings, I can mean that and still ache. I can close the door without rewriting every choice we made. No hard feelings, you don't owe me one last scene, and I don't owe you a performance where I leave completely clean. I can wish you well and keep the truth of what this cost. No hard feelings, no hatred, no pretending. I felt nothing when we stopped. Open tab, leave it there. Maybe later, maybe never. Open tab, don't decide. Keep the question on the side. 37 in the browser, 4 more hiding in the app. A restaurant I almost booked, a train I never planned to catch. Shoes still waiting in a basket. One review I stopped halfway. A message to a friend that starts, sorry, I've been hard to reach lately. Every page says come back soon. Every page assumes I will. I keep every small decision open, just in case I feel it still. There's a map to somewhere downtown. There's a sale that ended Friday. There's a form with half my address and no reason left to finish it. I swipe through them in the evening like I'm checking on old plans. One article about sleeping better, still glowing keep the whole way quiet. I said got it, then forgot the first rule twice. House rules, every room has its own way. Where the keys go, how the chairs face, what gets moved and what should stay. House rules, not a warning, not a test. Just the little things that keep a crowded place from becoming a mess. I thought home was where you did whatever felt right. Turns out everybody builds a different kind of comfortable life. I left my sneakers by the doorway, pointing halfway toward the stairs. You turned them neatly to the baseboard, said my roommate trips on pears. I put my glass beside the sink. You said top rack upside down. Not annoyed, just automatic, like you knew each household sound. The blue towels were for showering. The white ones stayed beside the basin. The window locked with one small twist, but needed lifting at the same time. I laughed and said, hey, you've got a system. You said everybody does. You only notice someone's rules when they're different from your own. At 11, my phone started ringing. I stepped out into the hall. Oh, you pointed toward the kitchen, said the floor downstairs hears it all. There's a kid below who wakes up early. Your roommate starts her shift at 5. The dishes face one certain direction, so unloading takes less time. None of it was random, none of it was meant to make me small. Every strange instruction had a quiet reason after all. When I got back to my apartment, I dropped my jacket on a chair, then fixed the crooked sofa cushion without thinking why I cared. Moved the milk behind the orange juice, folded towels the way I choose. Stood there laughing in the kitchen. I had house rules, I just never called them rules. Shoes in line, lights down low. Ask before you change the show. Your place, your pace. Everybody make some space. House rules, every room has its own way. Where the keys go, how the chairs face, what gets moved and what should stay. House rules, not controlling, not unkind. Just a map of all the habits that make daily life align. I don't have to copy yours, you don't have to live by mine. But I'll put the mug where you showed me when I stay another time. House rules, funny how they disappear until somebody from outside makes the invisible clear. Your birthday showed up in the calendar like it still knew what we were. I typed, hey, it's been a long time. Deleted long, then wrote it back. I told you that I changed apartments, that the kitchen window sticks, that the cafe by the old bus stop closed sometime after 6. I nearly sent a picture of the sign above the door. Thought you'd understand why seeing it made me stand there for a minute more. Then I wrote about my new job, asked if you still had that coat. By the time I reached the ending, I filled the whole screen with things you didn't know. Unsent, still true, still written like I'm talking to you. Unsent, not erased, just a message with no place. We never had one final argument, no sentence split the room. We just started choosing other plans and stopped asking each other to. Every meeting felt like catching up on lives we couldn't enter anymore. You tell the stories I remembered, but I didn't know the people in them now. I would smile at all the right parts. You would ask if I was doing okay. We kept trying to sound familiar while measuring each word we gave. I miss the girl who knew my number before I ever had to say my name. But missing who we used to be doesn't mean I want it back the same. I could press send, you might reply. We could trade a year in 5 short lines, but wanting you to know where I have been is not the same as asking you to let me back in. Unsent, because the unsent. I can keep the message without making it a door. Maybe I just needed to tell the empty screen what I still remember you for. What I still remember you for. I copied every paragraph into a note without your name. Closed the message, left it blank. No promise that I'd send it someday. The words stayed, the screen went dark, and that was where I left them. Standing order, you know it before I speak. Chicken sandwich, no tomatoes, iced tea every week. Standing order, same table, same receipt. Maybe it's my favorite, maybe it's just easy. Thursday, 12:13, I pushed the same glass door. You saw me from behind the counter, started typing up the order. Chicken sandwich, no tomatoes, iced tea, not too sweet. You said it like my name and number, like a fact you didn't need to read. I liked beer and get nice, like not having to explain. By the time I reached the register, my lunch was halfway made. Same corner by the window, same napkin under the tray. I never called it repetition, I just called it Thursday. Then a yellow sign appeared above the usual menu board. Spicy noodles only this month, something I had not tried before. I read the list from top to bottom, thought that actually sounds good. Then you smiled and said, the regular, and I answered like I always would. Yeah, too fast, like changing lunch required a reason I could give. I carried the familiar tray and wondered what I'd meant. Did I choose it because I liked it, or because I knew exactly what I'd get? Same is safe, safe is fine, fine is not the same as mine. Next Thursday, say it first before the habit gets the words. I reached the counter, you touched the screen, then paused when I said, not the usual please. You looked at the sign, then back at me. Spicy noodles? Yeah, let's see. No one stopped, no alarm went off. You changed one line and gave me the cost. I took the tray to the window seat. It wasn't perfect, it wasn't bad, it was lunch and something I had picked. Standing order, you can know me and still ask. Chicken sandwich, spicy noodles, nothing has to last. Standing order, maybe comfort, maybe taste. I don't have to call it wrong to choose a different thing today. Next Thursday I might order what I've always had before, but this time when I reach the counter, I'll look up at the board. I wasn't looking for your name, the app just put it there, right beneath the video I didn't even care about. So technically, you posted from a corner cafe, holding someone else's drink. I watched it once, then watched again to read the writing on the link. Not because I liked your jacket or the way you cut your hair. I was checking if that place was somewhere I had been before. An hour later, back again. My thumb must have slipped twice. Then I noticed you had changed the little it still. I opened up the page, scrolled past photos I had seen before, like something there had changed. I stopped myself before the highlights, didn't search the people tagged. I'm curious, not collecting clues. There's a difference, and I know that. Then your story showed a bookstore with a book I said I liked. I almost sent that one is good, then closed the message I didn't write. Maybe I'm not ready to talk, maybe looking feels more safe, but I can stop blaming the screen for every time I type your name. Just checking, fine, I know that isn't true. Just checking, would it make me smile at something small you do? I don't need to call it serious, I don't need to make a move, but I can say I've been returning because I wanted news from you. Just checking, no dramatic hidden plan, no jealousy, no investigation, just more interest than I had. I opened up your page once more, not by accident, not this time. Da 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 da. I checked the title on the first slide, then the spacing on the next. Changed the font in Maya's section, fixed the links in Daniel's text. Moved the image half an inch, rewrote a sentence no one asked me to. Called it keeping things together while I edited the whole group through. The shared file kept on flashing, every color had my name. I was answering the comments before the others saw they came. At 1 a.m. I sent a checklist, please review before tomorrow. Then opened every section and corrected it myself. Leave some room for error, leave some room for someone else. I can't call it working together if I finish every part myself. Room for error doesn't mean we let it fall, it means I trust you with your section, even if I can't control it all. I thought preventing every mistake was how I proved I cared, but trust is not a perfect document, it's leaving something there. Hands off, step back, let them find what needs to change. Hands off, wait once, not every fix needs my name. Needs my name. Hey, you caught me by the classroom with the final slides pulled up. Said, if something in my part is wrong, I need the chance to fix it once. You weren't angry, just exhausted, and that made it harder to ignore. I had called it being useful, you had felt me taking over that afternoon. You sent your section, one subtitle sat too low. My cursor moved toward the text box, then I stopped before it showed. At rehearsal you saw it first, said wait, that line is out of place. Moved it up, saved the file, then kept talking without looking at my face. Nothing broke, no deadline vanished, no one needed me to intervene. The slide looked right, and you had fixed it, which was how it should have been. Leave some room for error, leave some room for someone else. I can still check what I'm responsible for without managing everyone myself. Room for error, not a shortcut, not neglect, just enough space for another person to notice. Choose correct. I don't have to stop being careful, I just have to know where care should end. A project isn't safer when nobody else gets trusted with their part. Leave some room for error, leave some room for us. By the way, almost forgot one small thing that matters a lot. By the way, nothing new, just every road I take around what I mean to say to you. I sent a picture of the corner shop, said they painted the front door blue. been busy. Then asked me if the dog was loud. I had buried what I wanted under 7 safer things to talk about later. I typed by Pasture Street, that made it sound accidental, like missing someone only counted if you never said it straight and simple. Make it casual, keep it light, put the truth at the end of the line. Say it softly, then retreat. Why am I making honesty compete? We met outside the record store. You asked me how my week had been. I talked about a broken charger and a movie I had seen. Said, by the way, that jacket suits you. Said, by the way, you cut your hair. Said, by the way, I kept meaning to call. You laughed and said, you know, you said by the way 5 times. What are you actually trying to tell me? I looked down at the pavement, had no smaller phrase to choose. No joke left, no side subject, no harmless exit I could use. I missed you, that's the whole thing. I hated how long we went without speaking. I missed you. No clever line, no story about the weather, no excuse about the time. I wanted to see you, I wanted you to know. Not hidden in a sentence you could easily let go. I missed you. There, I said it without by the way. You looked at me for half a second and smiled like I had made it hard. Said, you could have started there. I said, no, you're right. I bought the red jacket on a Tuesday, 10 minutes before the store closed. The shoulders fit, the sleeves were right, still I didn't recognize the pose. The mirror said, it works on paper. The sales girl said, that colors you. I pictured everybody noticing the second I walked into the room. Thought of Maya saying, finally, thought of you looking up twice. I wasn't buying what I saw there, I was buying the imagined reply. Kept the receipt inside the pocket, left the tag beneath the arm. Told myself I'd wear it Friday once I found the nerve to make it mine. Friday came, I chose the black one. Same old denim, same old shoes. The red jacket stayed behind me like a dare I didn't choose. Saturday, I tried it with the skirt. Sunday, with a different shirt. Nothing looked exactly wrong. That almost made the question worse. At the counter, you asked politely, was there something wrong with it? I merely said it didn't suit me, but that answer didn't fit. The color wasn't bad, the stitching held, the size was what I'd asked. I just liked the thought of being complimented more than wearing it. In fact, return policy, tag still on receipt in hand. Nothing damaged, nothing missing, just not part of any plan. Return policy, I don't need to make it mean that the jacket was a mistake or that I finally know me. I bought a version of the moment where somebody said you look amazing, but I never wanted the jacket as much as I wanted them to say it. 30 days, unworn, original tag, original form, reason for return. I paused, then said I changed my mind. You scanned the code and folded it. No lecture, no surprise. Put the money back onto the card, then asked me once to check the price. That was all, no revelation, no new wardrobe waiting outside. Just one bright jacket and nothing wasted. Just one choice I overturned. Return policy, I can't leave it on the rack. Not because it failed to change me, not because I want the old me back. The jacket may look perfect on somebody who wants red. I only wanted what I thought someone else might have said. Return policy, no bigger lesson than this one. Before I buy the compliment, I'll check if I want what it comes on. Out of context, 10 seconds made a case. One bad joke, one frozen look, and suddenly they know my face. Out of context, yeah, the words came out of me, but a clip can hold the evidence without holding everything. I won't say I never said it, I won't hide behind just fun, but don't turn one careless sentence into proof of who I am. We were filming after closing, 6 of us beside the stage. Someone asked about the worst job I had ever tried to fake. I told the story of the summer when I quit on day number 3. Then I laughed and said some people really shouldn't work with me. Everyone knew I meant myself, you could hear it in the start. I pointed at my old mistake, then pulled the whole joke apart. Said, no, seriously, I was impossible. They had every right to let me go, but the upload started later and it ended before anybody heard me own it. Cut the question, cut the laugh, cut the sentence after that. Keep the sharp part, lose the rest, then let strangers fill the gaps. By the morning, people I had never met were writing underneath. She sounds awful, typical. You can tell what someone's really like. One account slowed down my expression, circled where I rolled my eyes. Another wrote a full conclusion from a moment under 10 seconds long. I watched it twice, then closed the screen, opened it, and watched again. The words were mine, the tone looked worse without the setup at the end. I called you and said, don't erase it, like I'm scared of what I said. But can you post the longer version or explain what came before? Instead you said, I didn't think it changed the meaning. I said it didn't change the line, it changed who people thought was standing there when I delivered it that time. Same voice, same face, different frame, different case. One true part, not the whole. A cropped moment isn't a soul. Out of context, I can answer for the words. I can say the joke was careless, I can understand why it hurt out of context. But accountability is not letting every stranger build me from the shortest clip they've got. Leave the longer version posted, leave the answer next to mine. Let them hear the part where I admitted I was laughing at my own bad time. Out of context, it was real, but incomplete. 10 seconds caught me speaking, not the whole of who was speaking on that screen. 6th floor, or was it 5? The doors opened, I stepped outside. I got there 15 minutes early, checked the email one more time. Blue logo, glass reception, suite 609. The elevator screen was blinking, I pressed 6 or thought I did. Walked into a silent hallway with my folder held too stiff. No one sat behind the front desk, only one girl by the wall. Black shoes, paper resume, coffee she had barely touched at all. I asked, is this Meridian? She looked up, then checked the sign, said no. I think that's one floor higher, this is North Line on 5. Wrong floor, wrong door, right building, nothing more. Wrong floor, lost a minute, not the day. I don't starts with noticing where you've been. I should have left right then, but the elevator took its time. She said mine's at 10:30, I got here at 9:45. Her pen had stopped working, my resume had one bent side. We traded both small problems like that made the waiting lighter for a while. She asked if mine was marketing, I said customer support. She said mine's accounting, so at least we're not competing for the job. We both laughed a little louder than the quiet room allowed. Then the elevator bell arrived and I stood up too quickly from the couch. Check the email, check the sign. Floor 6, not floor 5. Take the folder, take the pen. Breathe once, try again. Wrong floor, wrong door. Still enough time to find the right one. Wrong floor, no disaster, no grand sign. Just a stranger in a waiting room who knew the same kind of nervous mind. Wrong floor, I pressed 6 and watched the doors divide. She said, hope the next one's right. I said, same to you. Then stepped inside. The doors closed, the numbers changed. 5, then 6. I fixed the corner of my resume and walked out where I meant to be. I found the watch behind the sweaters in the box it came inside. Silver face, a scratched up buckle, stopped at 17 past 5. You gave it to me in November at that place beside the square. I wore it nearly every morning till I slowly stopped from there. Nothing happened to the watch, no sudden reason it got stored. I just reached for other things and didn't notice it anymore. I opened up the cardboard lid to see if anything was wrong. That's when an old white receipt slid out from underneath the fold. Date, store, price, printed proof in fading lines. For 1 second, it felt like evidence that letting go would change the purchase. Yes, it was mine. Yes, you chose it at that time. Proof of purchase, nothing more. A record of what someone bought. The receipt said 23rd, the month and year still clear enough. I remembered missing the first train and you pretending not to rush. Remembered how you asked the salesperson if the strap could fit my wrist. How I said you didn't have to. How you smiled and answered, I know. None of that became less real because the watch stayed in a drawer. But keeping every object wasn't keeping what it happened for. I tried it on the buckle close. It still looked fine against my skin, but I didn't want to wear it, and that was reason enough to begin. Of purchase doesn't prove I need it now. It can show where it was bought without deciding what I'm allowed to put down. Purchase doesn't make the memory false. If the object leaves the room the day Red receipt, 2 blue words, proof you saw it, nothing more. Red receipt, still no clue what the silence means to you. I sent it at 9:14, read it twice before it left. Hey, are we still good for Friday? You seem distant lately. Nothing heavy, nothing final. Still I watch the little line delivered, then read at 9:16. 2 minutes and no reply. Maybe I made it sound accusing. Maybe Friday was a test. Maybe distant was the wrong word. Maybe silence was the answer. I opened up the thread again, like the letters might rearrange. Same message, same blue marker, only my conclusions changed. At 10, I thought you were annoyed. At 11, you needed space. By lunch, I had invented 3 good reasons you would leave. Then I found an older message you had sent me late last spring. I had read it in the morning and replied that evening. Not because I didn't care, not because I wanted you to wait. I had needed time to answer without saying something fake. Funny how my own delay had felt thoughtful, calm and fair, but yours became a warning the second it appeared. Red receipt, it only says you opened what I sent. It doesn't say you hated it or knew exactly what you meant. Red receipt, it isn't proof of what comes next. A person can be reading and still searching for the right response in text. I keep filling in the silence like an empty line is mine, but seen is not a verdict and waiting isn't always a decline. Red receipt, I can leave the screen alone. You can take the time you need without me turning it to stone. Red receipt, no hidden promise, no defense, just a sign the words arrived, not a map of your intent, not a map of your intent. Maybe you will answer later, maybe not the way I planned. I put the phone down on the table, opened up the book beside my hand. Red receipt, 2 blue words, proof you saw and nothing more. Name on the list? Not exactly. I was written underneath +1. You met me by the entrance with the badge already printed. Your name, your company, your title. Mine was blank except guess. At the first group by the window, you said, "This is my friend." They smiled, asked how we knew each other. Then the conversation moved again at the bar. Someone said, "So you came with her?" I nodded, held my glass. Another person shook my hand and forgot to ask what they should call me. By the third introduction, I knew the sentence word for word. She's here with me. Accurate, easy, incomplete. I had a name, I had a reason, I had come. But every time I let the shortest answer become the only one. +1, standing next to someone else. Still a person, still a story, still a name I have myself. +1, doesn't mean I disappear. I can come through someone's invitation and still say why I'm here. I don't need the room to stop, I don't need to take the floor. I just don't want who I came with to be all I'm introduced for. Not an extra, not a tag, not a blank line on a badge. +1, still someone. Then you got pulled toward the speakers by a woman from your team. Said, "Give me 5 minutes," left me near the magazine display. I almost reached for my phone, almost made myself look busy. Then the woman standing beside me said, "Do you know anyone here?" I said, "Mostly her." Then stopped before the sentence ended there. My name's Lena, I work in audio editing. I came because I wanted to hear the panel upstairs. She said, "I'm Priya, I design exhibitions," then pointed at my empty badge that they really should have printed that. I laughed, wrote my name across the white space with the pen beside the tray. Nothing changed across the room, but now at least I had something there to say. typed, of course. The words were waiting like they knew their cue. I looked at my calendar, then deleted what I always do. Not yet, don't send. Check the time, check again. What was asked, what can wait? I can answer after I think. Let me check, let me see. Give me time before I think. Let me check, let me see. Give me time before I agree. Let me check, I'll reply. Not every pause means no, not every yes needs to arrive on time. On a reply, I stopped it before the usual line. No automatic, sure, no problem. No pretending I was fine. On a reply, I wrote, let me think today. I need to check what I already have. I'll get back to you by 8. Not a fight, not a refusal, just an answer that was mine. I can still be understanding without agreeing every time. Auto reply, the screen stayed still, the message waited there for once. I checked my own day before deciding what I had to spare. At 8:10 I fixed the heading, said 10 more minutes then I'm done. At 8:40 changed the picture, moved it left then moved it back. The final paragraph looked crowded, so I cut a line then added 2. Check the spelling, check the margins, check the links I already knew. My dinner cooled beside the keyboard, the ice had vanished from the glass. Every time I reached the ending I found one more thing I could ask. Is the title clear enough? Is that example too precise? I called each change the final change at least 14 times. Nearly there, almost through. One more thing I need to do. Nearly there, 10 more minutes, then 10 more when I reach the limit. At 11:03 I read the checklist. Every required box was marked. Correct format, correct length, correct file. Every source linked where it should. Still I changed a word to better, then changed better back to clear. Read the same 2 lines 6 times, still neither one looked right or wrong. I opened up the older version, couldn't tell which one was best. My eyes kept finding tiny problems, my hands kept calling that progress. The work was not unfinished, I was just unable to decide. Lit improving something slightly, stopped improving it tonight. Nearly there, doesn't mean I have to chase the finish line around the room. I can stop when it is ready, even if there's more I could improve. Nearly there, I don't need a perfect end. I need work I can return to with a clearer head again. This is not me giving up. This is not the final form. It is good enough for midnight, and tomorrow can take more. Write a note, check page 7, shorten the quote, review the ending, save the file with today's date, close the tabs before they change, put the charger by the laptop, set the alarm for 8:30, leave the sentence as it stands, let the morning have a say. Nearly there, that is true, not a reason to push through. Nearly there, made it far, saved the work, turned off the screen and stopped where we are. 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 You should have access now. Just sort Saturday's photos, delete the doubles and send me the link. Then the screen said, I opened up the shared album, found the folder with the date. 200 shots from Saturday, half of them the same cake. Blurred arrivals, group pictures, someone blinking in the back. I started marking duplicates, then noticed every other tab. Trips from 3 years earlier, family birthday, someone's dog. or maybe old, I couldn't tell, and that was not what I was there to do. Temporary access doesn't mean an open door. I can see the names of every folder without needing to know more. Temporary access, you gave me what the task required, not a test, not an invitation to inspect your whole life. I don't prove that you can trust me by discovering all I can. I prove it by remembering why the permission reached my hands. Open the folder, do the job, close what wasn't mine to watch. Temporary means stop. I went back to Saturday, sonar morning from the night. Kept the clearest group picture, deleted 7 copies of the lights. Moved the stage shots into one folder, renamed every file by time. Sent the link to all the people whose addresses you supplied. The private tabs stayed where they were, still visible along the side. It wasn't that I had no questions, I just didn't need the answers that way. When the final upload finished, I removed myself from admin. Typed all sorted, link is working, you should have full control again. You replied, perfect thanks, no mention of the folders I had seen. You didn't need to know what I had chosen not to read. Temporary access doesn't turn your past to mine. A setting can permit the action without granting every right. Temporary access, I used only what you gave it for. So each Saturday sent the pictures, then stepped back outside the door. Trust is not a hidden challenge with the prize for looking less. Sometimes it is doing what was asked and leaving all the rest. Temporary access, task complete, permission removed, nothing else for me to keep. The meeting started at 10 sharp with 12 names on the screen. You showed the new approval process, said it would keep the system clean. I saw the problem on page 7, the part that added 3 more steps. Raised my hand, then lowered it when Daniel started speaking first. Maya followed, Chris jumped in. The room moved faster than my thought. I kept waiting for an opening till the opening was lost. Then you said, sounds like we're agreed. No one answered, no one moved. I looked down at my notebook and let silence say I approved. I had doubts, I had notes, I had reasons in my throat, but an opinion kept inside still leaves the wrong one on the slide. For the record, I did not agree. I stayed quiet, that was my mistake. But quiet wasn't consent from me. For the record, here is what I meant to say. The plan may solve one problem while putting 3 more in its place. I don't need to win the meeting, I don't need the room reversed. I just need my actual position written down in my own words. Afterward, beside the printer, I told Maya this won't work. She said, I thought you were supporting it. You didn't say a word that landed harder than I wanted, because technically she was right. I had saved every objection for a safer conversation outside. Complaining in the hallway wouldn't change the meeting notes. So I opened up a new email and deleted the defensive tone. Wrote, I should have raised this earlier. Please add this to the record. The extra checks may slow the cases that already need the fastest support. No blame, no hidden copy, no dramatic final line. Just the part I should have spoken while the meeting still was mine. State the concern, name the page, keep it clear, don't overstate. Not a rumor, not a fight, put the missing words in writing. For the record, I did not agree. I take responsibility. in the meeting. I don't need the last reply, but no one has to guess what I believe because I finally said it right. For the record, sent at 2:05, added to the minutes, position on fire.